guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Olivia here with Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video I cannot wait to share with you some more Dollar Tree DIYs for your spring and Easter decor. So you guys, I love to make my home gorgeous on a teeny tiny budget, and I'm going to share with you guys how to create a super adorable Dollar Tree egg-shaped Easter wreath. So we're going to use a clothes hanger, some Deco mesh, this super adorable little bunny, and some ribbons. Everything I used in this wreath is from the Dollar Tree, so it's only going to cost you guys a couple of dollars to create something really fabulous. The other thing I really want to share with you all is how to take extra pieces of some scrap ribbon and create a beautiful little springtime shabby chic kind of ribbon garland. So without further ado, you guys, plug in those glue guns, get out your sparkles, and let's get to crafting. For the first DIY, we're going to create a beautiful garland using strips of old fabric and leftover ribbons from other projects. So I just cut these strips of fabric into about 10 to 16 inch strips. It didn't really matter that they weren't all the perfect length, because sometimes when you make a bow you have extra ribbons that are different lengths left over. I just tried to cut them to be around the same length, and they also ended up being a little bit shabby as well. Now I'm just taking a piece of that Dollar Tree jute twine and I'm threading it through a really giant large needle, and then I'm going to take it, I'm just going to kind of loop it through the end of this piece of fabric, and that way the fabrics that are a little bit thicker, like some of that Dollar Tree burlap lace that I have left over that has wire in it, I couldn't really tie that onto a garland, so I just want to take and I want to thread it through. So I'm just going to take each piece of leftover fabric. There's that Dollar Tree burlap lace I was talking about. So I'm just taking that piece of thread and pushing it through, and then the jute twine fits perfectly through the laces and the different fabrics. And if it was a bit difficult, I just kind of pushed down into it and it was just fine. This is some piece of old ribbon left over from another project that I had. This is such a great way to recycle your really pretty fabrics, or maybe you have a favorite shirt that has this beautiful pattern on it but it has a huge stain that you can't get out. Cut it up and use it and make a beautiful shabby chic garland, or whatever kind of garland you fancy. So maybe you decorate in Farmhouse blacks and whites. You guys could use some of your old scarves or just anything that suits your fancy. It's also a great way to upcycle and repurpose maybe a loved one's shirt or blanket. So I made a fairly large garland. This took me a bit of time, mainly with the cutting part, and then I had just tied my jute twine to the end of a chair and I sat on my sofa and I just took the little needle and thread and I just threaded each strip through. That way, if it was a different length, it wasn't that big of a deal, or a different thickness, I didn't have to tie it on. I hope that makes sense. And here's how it turned out. Now I hung it on this curtain in my dining room so the light is shining through it, and the colors aren't completely true to how it looks. It's a little bit more pastel-y, but these are also really great for birthday parties, baby showers. I've seen people use long strips and make wedding garland backdrops, so just get creative. I hope you guys are loving this, and this is such a fun way to repurpose and reuse some of your old fabrics and laces and trims left over from other projects. I can also go in, if I want to make this shorter, I can trim it down, but again, I wanted it to look kind of shabby chic, and so I left it long and kind of fun. And also leave room at the end of your twine to tie it off, and leave those tails kind of long. That way, if you want to space your garland out and make it a little bit bigger, it slides because it's not tied on. So I hope that makes sense. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take 4 rolls of these Deco mesh, 2 in pink, 1 in white, and 1 in purple, and I'm going to cut 10-inch strips. So it doesn't have to be perfect, and the Deco mesh does fray a little tiny bit from Dollar Tree. If you wanted a better quality, you could always go to the craft stores, but I'm going to cut 10 inches long on each piece of Deco mesh, and then I'm going to gather it into a bundle of 3. So I'm just going to take the mesh, I'm going to kind of pull it in and gather it. It kind of makes a little bit of a bow. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. I'm also using a clothespin. You could also use a chip clip to hold your mesh together. So just gather it again and then clip it down to the end, and I'm going to make 3 little gathers, and then this is what I'm going to call a bundle. And then once I have my bundle all together, I'm going to take a piece of pipe cleaner and I'm going to pipe cleaner these three together. So you just take your pipe cleaner and you're going to twist it 2 times in the back, and that's going to give you a bundle. And this is what we're going to use to create our really beautiful Easter egg wreath. So here is the bundle. I have purple, white, and pink. I also did a couple that were just pink and white. So get creative. It doesn't have to be perfect again. Now I created 30 of these bundles of 3. So there are 3 little ruffled loops that are tied together, and I created 30 of these to fill up an entire clothes hanger. I wanted mine to be nice and full, and this did take 4 rolls of the Dollar Tree Deco mesh. So what I like to do is cut all of my strips of deco mesh, then make my bundles, and then pile them all together. That's the easiest way to go about it. Definitely have a show or something on hand to stay entertained. Now I'm just taking a wire coat hanger and I'm pulling it out to kind of create my egg shape. So I pulled it out from the bottom and then kind of pushed it in just a little bit. This took a little bit of maneuvering, but really wasn't that hard. Now that I have my coat hanger shaped into a long oblong shape, I'm taking my bundle and I'm going to twist it on. So I'm just going to the end of my little hanger shape and I'm taking the pipe cleaner and I'm twisting it on twice to the bottom of the coat hanger. You could start at the top as well. I just chose to start at the bottom because I thought it would be easier to kind of slide them together. I'm also kind of alternating the pink bundles with the pink and white and purple bundles since I didn't have quite as much of the purple bundles. That way it kind of made it a little bit more even. Again, there's going to be so many bundles on here, you're really not going to completely notice how perfect it is. So this is such a great easy project. Again, the hardest part of this really is just doing the bundles, but then once you have that accomplished, voila, you have this big, beautiful, fluffy Easter egg shaped wreath that you can add whatever kind of lovely decor that you want to. So just continue to work up both sides of the clothes hanger, tying your bundles on. So take your bundle and twist it onto the back with 2 loops on the pipe cleaner. And then you're going to have a lot of pipe cleaner left over on the back and you can go ahead and snip those off. Now that I'm up to the top, I'm just going to add a bundle to the very top by where the hanger is, and I'm leaving the hanger on there. That way I can hang it up on the wreath and I don't have to have any kind of hanger. So I did add 2 bundles to the very top of my wreath as well. Now that I have all of my little deco mesh bundles tied on, I'm kind of playing around with what kind of sign I want to put on here. So I decided to go really festive and use this Dollar Tree sign that says Happy Easter. I'm just going to use the bunny head for this part and then add in a ribbon and a couple of eggs. So I'm taking 2 pipe cleaners and kind of underneath where that bow is at the top of the bunny's ears, I'm adding 2 twists of the pipe cleaner to each side of the ears, and then I'm going to use those pipe cleaners to tie the bunny into the center of my wreath. So once I have the pipe cleaners on, I'm just going to kind of push the bundles aside, and this is down about the center part of the wreath, and then I'm going to find where the hanger is, and I'm just going to twist those little pipe cleaners on, and that's going to hold your little bunny head on. Fairly easy. Now you could still see kind of the pipe cleaner where the bow is, but I'm going to redo that bow on the top to where you can't see it. And there she is, super adorable and absolutely ready. You could of course stop here, but you know me, I have to get a little bit extra. I really decided that this bunny would be really cute too with a pink nose. So I used some of that super cheap craft paint from Walmart. It's in the pink peony. It's from Apple Barrel. And I'm just painting the little nose on my bunny pink just to kind of girl her up and glam her and make her perfect for this super adorable little deco mesh egg-shaped wreath. that she has her nose all painted pink and ready for a fabulous Easter, I did paint those carrots off the side but decided not to use them. I'm taking one of those Dollar Tree pink ribbons and I'm making an Olivia bow. There's bow tutorials linked down below as well. You just take your ribbon and loop it over on itself. I did 2 loops and then I'm folding it in half. I'm finding the center. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut a tiny notch on each side of the ribbon. Remember, very, very tiny notch, especially with sheer ribbon because it has a tendency to break apart very easily. And then I'm taking my pipe cleaner and I'm just going to pipe cleaner twist it twice in the back. And then we're going to do 2 more bows to layer on top of this larger bow. So the sheer bow is going to be at the bottom of the ribbon, and then I'm going in with this Dollar Tree chevron. This was left over from my wheelbarrow project, which thank you guys so much for the love on that one. So I just did 2 loops with this ribbon as well, and now I'm notching it in the center and notch it just a little tiny bit. Again, don't cut all the way through your ribbon or it will break apart. So I'm taking the pipe cleaner and I'm adding 2 more twists and layering this black and burlap chevron on top of the pink sheer ribbon. I'm using what I have on hand, so I think it would have been nice to have had some purple, but I'm using what I have. So the pink and white ribbon you can also find at Dollar Tree. It is in their baby section, just an FYI on that. Now I'm doing one more Olivia bow, except for I'm not going to notch the center of this. This ribbon was a little bit difficult to work with because it had gotten smashed. It might have been me, it might have been Dollar Tree, I don't know. Anyway, I did 3 loops on that one and then I'm tying it onto the bow and then I'm just going to kind of fan them out. Again, the ribbon wasn't the best quality, but we're using what we've got and we're going to go for it. So now I just put the bow on with the pipe cleaner that was attaching the entire bow off to kind of, it would be the right hand side if you're looking at the wreath. So I kind of did it off center. You guys could place the bow in the center, whatever floats your boat really. There she is, looking adorable and oh so festive with her cute little bow. Now I had a couple of pieces left over with that ribbon, and so I just kind of made a quick, messy, loopy type bow. Again, there's bow tutorials down below, but I'm adding that kind of off center to the top on the left. You guys could also put this in the center, top and bottom, but I thought this was looking pretty cute. And then of course, do not forget the most important part, fluffing your bows. For the crowning glory on our darling little bunny, I added a pink bow to the top. I also tied some of that jute twine into a big loopy bow and added that on top of the pink and white bow. And then I also added a really cute little tiny pink Dollar Tree button, but she's looking adorable. And then I had to get even more extra because this bunny needs some eggs to hide. So I'm going in with some of those Dollar Tree speckled eggs. I had a couple of pink ones and a couple of aqua ones laying around, so I'm using those. And then I even found a tiny little piece of blue ribbon that I added over to the side of the bottom bow. And here she is, looking oh so beautiful, ready for a hippity-hoppity Easter. I hope you guys are loving this. And again, don't forget, you can customize this to whatever decor that you love. So you could use all different colors of Deco mesh. You could go for more of a carrot green. I thought this egg is so sweet and just perfect for mixing in with some of my French farmhouse decor. Now, I think I will actually use this one outside because I feel like Deco mesh holds up really well outside and we've been having some crazy wind lately. So here she is. I hope you all are loving it and feeling ultra inspired. I did also add some of those little vintage tacks to the tops of her ears where the holes were from the hanger part of the sign. I had those on hand, you guys. You could also use little buttons or whatever baubles you have in your craft stash. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to use one of their little canvas signs. Now, I didn't actually use my Market Fresh sign, but I showed you guys that one because that's the size that I used. This was one of the Paris ones, and it didn't quite go in with my decor, and I really wanted some bunny decor for my kitchen, so I painted over the sign with some white homemade chalk paint. To homemade my chalk paint, I use 1 cup of regular paint to 1/2 cup of baking soda. It's great for craft projects. So now I'm just using a little tiny dab of the black apple barrel craft paint, and I'm creating kind of some little black stripes through here. I kind of want to give this that like farmhouse vibe, just mixing it up a little bit, you guys, for my kitchen, because in my kitchen normally I have the Farm Fresh Market sign, but that's going to come down because I am decorating for Easter. And comment and let me know if you guys want me to do an Easter home tour. So now I'm just taking that little bunny graphic. I showed you guys this in another project, this graphic. This is from the graphicsfairy.com, and I will link her site below. She has a lot of really cool vintage images that you guys can print out for free. So now I'm taking some Mod Podge and I'm just Mod Podging the back of this. I had also distressed the edges of this using a lighter. I didn't show that part because I wasn't for sure that if a child saw that, I didn't want them playing with a lighter. But you just take a lighter and you kind of go around the edge of your paper to give it that kind of distressed look. You could also coffee stain it. Or you could use a little bit of paint or marker around the edge of that. So I'm just going in and around the entire bunny now with some Mod Podge, and I did do 2 coats of the Mod Podge to make sure it was on there really well. And there she is. I think she looks absolutely adorable, perfect for my little French farmhouse cottage kitchen. Hippity hoppity Easter on its way, and even my mom was loving this one. So comment and let me know what you guys think. It goes really cute with this trash to treasure project that we did earlier. I do have that video a couple ones back if you guys wanted to see that. And there's that cute little garland we made from the Dollar Tree treat sacks. So, oh my goodness, I'm so excited for Easter, you guys. I hope you guys are loving this and are super inspired to just create something festive and gorgeous for your home. So thank you all so much for joining me on this amazing crafting journey. It is a true blessing and honor to have all of you here. It's so amazing to share these projects with you all. So many of you all love to decorate and craft like me, so I'm just so happy to have you guys here. If you're new, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of my YouTube family. Until next time, I cannot wait to have coffee with you, craft with you, chat with you. I love you guys so much, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.